Have you seen that movie, A Few Good Men?
Remind me.
It's got Jack Nicholson. He's on trial for the code red, and he goes the whole time, and finally he's like, "You're goddamn right, I ordered the code red, and because you want me on that wall." You must feel just as frustrated when some judge is going through meticulously all of these things and playing the videotape, and at some point you're like, "You train me to do this job. You trust me to do this job. Let me do this job and give me some trust."
I believe absolutely that if a police officer causes the death of another human being, whether it by shooting him or choking him out in the street, because he's fighting with a guy, whatever it might be, there must clearly be an investigation, and that must be scrupulous, and it should be absolutely unbiased. However, when a police officer shoots someone, the difference between, say, that and accidentally killing someone in a vehicle pursuit is that you are actually trained to shoot people. They've actually taught you to do that, and they spent thousands of pounds, millions of pounds probably over the years, teaching me to do just that. Now, if you're saying that simply because a police officer has fired a gun, he must therefore automatically have done something wrong, that just simply isn't fair. Because we go out on thousands of operations and very, very rarely fire our guns. Ironically, because it's such a rare event in the UK, it becomes this huge event. I talk to colleagues in the United States and elsewhere and in France, and they just can't believe, how badly treated British police officers are. The fact that you're suspended, not suspended at home on no pay, but you're taken out of your team and you're given some menial job to do for 6 months. A good friend of mine is shot a suspect and killed him in the Christmas, just before Christmas 2015. He's on bail for murder, and his bail has been extended to June or July of this year, while the IPCC and the Crown Prosecution Service, visit his case. No police officer makes a decision to shoot someone until immediately before he actually pulls the trigger, and I'm talking fractions of a second. So as I was following Azelle Rodney, as soon as that Alpha car did its overtake, I had probably 10 seconds of unobstructed view of Azelle Rodney through the back window of that vehicle until eventually I pulled alongside and opened fire. I didn't make the decision to shoot him 10 seconds before I fired, or 5 seconds, or 3 seconds, or 2 seconds. I made that decision to pull the trigger literally half a second before I fired, because I made the decision at a point where I felt I couldn't wait any longer.
Continue watching this fascinating conversation for free by clicking on the link below to visit our website, learn from the best minds in the world, and connect with a community of passionate people building the best versions of themselves. Just click on the link below, and I'll see you on the inside.